everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I have a wig review for you in partnership actually with TressAllure. This is a brand new style that they recently launched called Glam. It is glam, no question. Look at this wig. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot wait to tell you. I am a wig lover, a hair lover, and I love this wig. But there are challenges with it that you need to know about. If you want to know more about Glam in the color 52/38/49 R8, which is a beautiful fashion gray, then stick around. I would like to thank TressAllure for sending me Glam so I could show her to all of you. They just recently launched 3 new styles. Glam is one of them. And oh my gosh, is this a stunning, stunning piece. But I do have to warn you, heat-friendly fibers in a wig of this length are challenging. We will talk about that in just a little bit. But before we do, let's take a look at Glam from all sides. And you've got to note this beautiful color. I am as far away from the camera as I can get so that you can see all of the luscious length on this piece. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. I have these stray fibers sticking in my lip gloss, so you keep seeing me do this because I'm trying to get them out. While I think this is a beautiful piece, it does hang a little bit in the face. I think it's going to be easily trained by just playing with it. You know, doing this with it regularly is gonna redirect those knots on the hand-tied features, but you can also take heat to this one because it is heat friendly. You can, take a hair dryer and try to redirect the fibers up. You can take a hot comb sort of just at the top here and push those fibers away. That is definitely something that I've done with wigs in the past to get them out of my face. You can put curl in this. I mean, you really can do whatever you want with it. Let's talk about the heat-friendly fibers before we go on to the rest of the video. And please note, I do timestamp everything in the description. So if you know all you need to know about heat-friendly, you can skip ahead to the rest of the things that you care about. All right, so if you're new to wig wearing, synthetic wigs come in regular synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic. And with regular synthetic, you're not going to take any meaningful heat to it, although you can take steam to it. Friction on synthetic wigs. So when they rub up on your clothing, like this one is going to on a whole big section of it since it's so long, friction on your clothing is going to start to fray those ends. On regular synthetic, it happens, but it doesn't happen super quickly. And so you can wear a regular synthetic wig a lot and just make sure you're combing through it regularly to kind of keep those ends looking good. On heat-friendly synthetic, though, the friction is really, really hard on these fibers. The more you wear a long wig that rubs up on your clothing, the more you're going to need to intervene on those fibers to keep them from fraying and becoming impossibly tangled. The first recommendation that I would make is to, where's my wide tooth comb? Carry a wide tooth comb with you everywhere that you go, and comb through the ends of this piece often, like every hour. Pick it up, and this one already has some knots in the bottom just from this little bit I've been wearing it. It's really going to tangle if you don't comb through it regularly. The second recommendation that I have is to take heat to it regularly. How often you have to take heat to a heat-friendly piece is going to depend on how long is the piece, how much does it rub up on your clothing, how often and for how long are you wearing it. If you were to wear a piece like this for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, you'd probably have to take some heat to the ends even after that wear. That's just a lot of friction on the ends. Now the good news is, straight heat-friendly wigs are pretty easy to care for. I would just take a hot airbrush, one that gets relatively hot, not the all plastic kind that you can use on regular synthetic, and I would just run that hot airbrush through the underside of the nape and through those ends, maybe even every single time I wear it. That's really going to go a long way toward keeping this decent so that you can wear it over a long period of time. The other thing I would recommend is sometimes styling the wig up. Long wigs like this are great. Let me cinch in these ear tabs so I can pull it a little bit. They're great for ponytails, updos, braids. So if you're comfortable wearing your hair in a, it's gonna fall right off my head. Let me grab a wig grip while I'm talking. I think I have a wig grip over here that I can grab. Because I want you to know exactly what I'm talking about. So you can, you know, sometimes wear these wigs in updos or ponytails, and that's gonna make a huge difference on protecting those fibers. The other thing I would recommend, I don't normally put my wigs on this way and I'm not good at it, but long wigs like this, if you put them on the traditional way by diving into them, you are going to have a lot of tangles to contend with once you flip your head up. So I recommend learning how to put a wig on a different way when they're long like this. I think this is a gorgeous piece. I think a lot of women are going to want it. So my aim here is to not just tell you about the wig, but to tell you how you can be successful with it. And these are strategies that I use with longer heat-friendly pieces. So basically, you're gonna grab all the hair and you're gonna put it in a ponytail. Now, obviously I would worry about the blending, but this is a great wig for a ponytail because it's a great density. And then that's gonna protect those fibers periodically. So sometimes you can wear it down and sometimes you can wear it up. Another option is, I like to do this a lot, is I like to do a twist. So basically you twist it, and then because it's so long, I would kind of pull this into that twist, and then I would stick a claw clip on it just back here. They are so perfect for that. And then when you get some of that sticking up on the top, they're just so fun. Those are some strategies that I would use to help keep these fibers from, I mean, this wig is gonna struggle compared to a short style. So just know what you're up against and have a strategy to deal with it. That's all I'm saying. That all said, I absolutely love TressAllure heat-friendly fibers. They are so soft and silky and realistic feeling. They don't have a high amount of shine like some synthetic wigs can have. They are amazing, amazing fibers. And I, especially in their shorter wigs when you don't need to do all the maintenance, they're super, super realistic. All right, let's take a look at this lace front. I'm so far away from the camera, I have to dip down for you to see this, but TressAllure, you might be able to see my wig grip through this. Please don't mind that. TressAllure makes great lace fronts. Look at that lace front, you guys. They're so incredibly realistic. They keep the knotting small. If it's a highlighted piece, they like to bring some of those highlights up front to keep the knotting from being super visible. They're just amazing, amazing construction on these lace fronts. I'm very pleased with what TressAllure has been doing in the past couple of years. In addition to having a lace front, it has a full mono top. Let's look at that. You can part this one anywhere within that. It's free parting all on the top, gives you lots of styling flexibility. Lace front goes to the ear tabs, so it's pretty extended. We have soft ear tabs with bendable stays, extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and open weft in the back. This wig, I would consider this I would say it's moderate density in the sense that because it's so long, it definitely feels like it has a good amount of hair. But you saw that ponytail that I did. It's not heavy density. Wasn't a thick ponytail. It was a very realistic looking density. And there isn't any permatease in this one. So let me see if I can put it on for you guys again. That way, demonstrate a second time. You know, I see women put their wigs on this way all the time. That's the way that they do it. So this is absolutely a viable way and worth learning if you're ever going to wear super long synthetics. Just like that. So I didn't notice any permatease in this one. It's nice and flat on the top, but because of the length, because of the face framing layers, which they did, I mean, gosh, they just did such a good job with this style. It definitely feels like a lot of hair, especially since it's up in the front. So if you're new to wig wearing, take it, pull some of that back, stick it in a clip, stick it in a barrette, and that's gonna help you a lot as you learn how to get used to wearing something like this. Plus, I mean, look at how that gray just frames the face. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The caps on TressAllure wigs run what I consider to be really true to average. I have a 22-inch, just want to keep these tangles at bay. Every time I mess with it, I want to smooth it back out, just like I'm doing. I have a 22-inch circumference, and I usually cinch my TressAllure wigs in just a little bit. I also have a very petite over the top of my head. I do get some extra cap on TressAllure wigs, which if it's an average cap size, I expect that because of my small over the top of my head. So if you are average, even maybe slightly larger than typical average, I do think TressAllure wigs are going to fit you and be really comfortable. I love their caps. I'm just a fan of TressAllure, I guess. And for you skeptics out there, just because they sent me a wig doesn't mean I have to rave about it. I don't rave about every wig, but I really do like these TressAllure wigs. And I love this one. I'm just, again, the heat-friendly nature means you're just going to have to be prepared to care for it. All right, let me make sure I got it all. We got the cap features, density, volume, permatease, fit. It's obviously tuckable. You see me tucking it constantly. That's a great way to keep it out of your face. Wearing glasses will depend on how this fits you. You know, these ear tabs come right where I like them for coverage, but that means when I get good coverage from an ear tab, it means it comes relatively low on me. So I would have to tuck my glasses underneath these ear tabs to wear them comfortably. But all right, I think I got it all. Let's talk about color. You guys, I think this color might also be known as three-toned gray. Someone mentioned that on Instagram when I shared these. This is a gorgeous, what I call a fashion gray, because it has a little bit of rooting, but that rooting is not dark at all. It's pretty much almost the same color that they use here, or maybe it is. So we've got darker on the nape, and then we've got these beautiful, super light. So we have 52, 38, 49. Let me take it off so I can look at it while I'm telling you and I don't have to keep bending over to the camera. They brought all of these really beautiful light silver highlights to the front. And then we've got some, you know, it's not salt and pepper because it's really more of a light brown color back here. I don't see any like pepper. If anything, the underside is closer to that, but that's still just really a light neutral to ashy brown. It's just a beautiful kind of brown, ashy neutral brown gray with some very beautiful pops of silver. There's no white in this. This is definitely a silver, but it's just stunning. And because of how they did this root, what I think this looks like, I think it looks like somebody whose hair is graying, but she goes to the color, to a stylist to just enhance her gray hair. This may not look like somebody's hair grew naturally necessarily, although it's definitely not out there. But some women whose hair is graying, they don't want to get it fully covered. They don't want the maintenance of getting their hair colored, you know, blonde or brown or any of that. So they go and they have lowlights and highlights put into their hair, neutral colors that complement their gray. That's what this is. So if you have gray hair, or you're going gray, or you just like grays, this is a wonderful color to check out, and I'm sure they have lots and lots of styles in it. It's just really played up really well on a wig of this length. Let's go outside so that you can see this color outside. Once again, you can see that pop at the bottom. So good. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's get outside. All right, friends, we're outside. You can see this color in diffuse cloud-covered sunlight. Let's see if I can get the underside here. Step out. Where is that sun? I want to try to get you as good of a color as I can, or look as I can. It's so beautiful. I feel really, really pretty in this hair and this color. I really do. I can't wait to show my husband. I think he's gonna love it. right. Hope that helped.
Thank you.